Hi, everyone. It is G with Aroma G's Botanica, and we are back for more live tarot readings. Aroma G's Botanica is one of the largest metaphysical supply companies in the South. You can find us at aromags.com, AROMAGS. So go over there and see what we're doing this week. Reverend Roy's oils are 15% off. So we've got... let a few people come in here. While we do, I'm going to pull a card for the day, see what the energy is. After this, I am making soap today. We got to have restocking the store. We've ordered tons of books and tarot cards and just all sorts of things. Restocking for Christmas. All the supplies to make more candles. Trying to catch up. There's a bunch of holes on the shelves. Y'all especially went crazy with the candles. So for anyone who's local, please remember Aroma G's Botanica has new hours. We no longer close at 8 p.m. We now close at 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sundays, 11 to 6. So the card for the energy for today is Five of Pentacles, which is, it's telling you to look around at your different options. This can be focusing on things that are negative and not seeing the positive. So don't get too mired down in what's bad. There are things that can pull you out of that. So let's see, what do we have today? Sharon, we got Suzanne, Alma, Renee, Nikki Queen, Inspired Soul. There's Eddie, Jane. Let me find the first question. It is Alma Renee. Can I get a card to let me know what my next step should be for business? Unusual card for that question. It's Judgment. I think in relation to this would mean you really need to go with your instincts. You probably are getting a lot of feedback from different people, which you need to listen to, but don't change your plans based on what other people are saying, especially if they've never been in business. We always get lots of business advice from people who've never had a business before. So think about what source you're getting your feedback from. Doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to feedback, but you also have to consider the source and if they have any experience in what they're talking about in order to give you advice. Nikki Queen says a general card for the year. The Devil card, trying not to get too involved in... the Devil card is, I always say, is about the ugly parts of ourselves. Try not to get too involved in gossip, up in other people's business. It can always mean addiction and things like that. But I think this deals more with an emotional thing. So it's try to make for this new year to focus on what you're doing and sort of disconnect from people that are either low energy or they bring out the worst in you. Inspired Soul wants a general message. Inspired Soul, you're feeling a little beat up from too much work, but things will pay off in the end. There's still maybe your creativity is down a little bit, but just hang in there. Things will get better. They'll pick up. Jane, will the court case I'm working on go in my favor? Four of Pentacles. Will the court case go in your favor? To me, this card would lean towards yes. It is a positive card. It's not a negative card. This card is usually about hoarding, about it can be about inheritance. So I'm not sure what the court case is in regards to, but I think it right now it leans more towards going in your favor. Let's see. Tara says, you pulled some cards for me last week. Cat is still missing. I posted flyers. Is there still hope to find her? The Hermit card this is not a yes or a no answer. This is taking one day at a time. I still think there is a chance to find her, but I don't think it's going to happen in the next couple of days. This is like a one day at a time thing. I know someone who they found their cat a year later. Hopefully it won't be that way for you. Sharon wants a general card. The moon. There's lots of things. Sharon, you always seem to get this vibe in the cards that are pulled for you, where there are things unknown to you, things that are kind of hidden from you, things people aren't telling you, or you've been left out of the loop on something. So it could be deal with work. I don't know. It's about being left out of the loop, being in the dark. Laura, I'm not sure if that's a question. Good morning. I was going to see WH. Let me see if you finished it down here. Oh, there it is. See if Stephen thoughts about me today. You ask about Stephen a lot, Laura. Have you contacted him directly and said, hey, what's up, dude? Sorry if this is a different Laura, but there is a Laura that asks about Stephen. What's Stephen thinking about me? Call Stephen, ask him. What are you thinking, dude? People want so much to rely on cards instead of being active in their lives. Pick up the phone, people. Tell people how you feel about them. Screw the cards. Call Stephen. Four Cups. Cups is an emotional card. It's the beginning of emotions, could be the beginning of a relationship. It could really be the beginning of a relationship if you pick up the phone and call Stephen. So, everyone, get active in your lives. Get active. Get active in your court case. Get active in your relationships. Get active in finding the right job. Be active. But if you were to translate that, Laura, it would say he is willing to begin a relationship, start something, but it's got to be give and take. It's got to be give and take. This only comes from, let me explain something, because we're trying to figure out the direction the show is going to go. I love seeing all the regulars, but a lot of you ask the exact same question every week, sometimes every day. So if you're asking the same question every day or every week, if your cat's missing, that's a different thing. That's like developing, the developing story. But if you're asking the same thing, that usually means you are not being an active participant in what's going on in your life. You just keep waiting for the answers to show up. And you got to get out there. You got to do things. You got to say things to people. You got to quit holding back. Hopefully that was helpful to someone. Let's see. Christine, can I get a card for this year? Well, it's the Tower card. This can either mean the year is going to be shit, or it's your approach to it. It can just be a warning to you that if you're a person who tends to overreact, or let's say you let something that happens ruin your whole day, it tells you be aware of that and change it. The new year can Be whatever you want it to be. Life is 10% what happens to you, 90% how you react to it. Mina, can I get a card? Anything good on the horizon for me? Page of Wands, which are the messengers bringing things on the horizon. It is a good card. I think it may deal with something work related where you'll get to do something more of what you love to do, more of what you're good at, or I think it's something work related. Tina, a general card and a pull, please and thank you. Let's see. Sorry, I scrolled. Let me go back. Okay, Tina. General card. Tina, this just says today and the next couple of days, try not to focus on the negative because there's positive things right under your nose. You just may not see them. So whenever something bad happens, look for the good the next couple of days. Otherwise, you're going to get mired down in whatever that bad thing is. Trelisa, a general card. Three of Pentacles. You got to get out there and show yourself off more. You're not showing off your talents. You're not showing off what you can do. At least is not as much as you can. So you got to get out there and show yourself. Someone on Facebook. Don't forget, if you're coming to us on Facebook, come over to YouTube. YouTube, you can actually participate in the chat. You can do super chats. You can do all sorts of things that you can't do by watching on Facebook. If you are on Facebook and want us to see your name, go to StreamYard.com /Facebook, which it'll appear down here in a minute, and give her permission to use your name. So Facebook user, could I have a card for advice towards my business? Not sure if I should push through. The World. I mean, it's like everything is coming full circle. Your old life is wrapping up. Your new one is about to unfold. So this kind of leans towards, yes, push through. Keep going with your business. Let me elaborate on what I was talking about. If you're coming to it through Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, what we do is we use a program called StreamYard, which broadcasts to all these channels. It broadcasts to YouTube, to Facebook, to the 2 Facebook groups we have, and to Twitter. It won't on Instagram for some reason. And this is what I'm seeing in this console. I see on YouTube, there's a chat room. It takes up the chat, it feeds it into here. If you're on Facebook or a Facebook group or whatever, and you make a comment on that post, it shows up here in the chat. So it's sort of a hub. It's a place that we use to feed all of this together and go live all at the same time. But yes, better on our YouTube channel, where we want you to go and subscribe to our YouTube channel and like the videos and hit that bell notification so you can actually see when these lives appear. Cecilia, general card for 2024. Oh, I swear I shuffled these. The Tower again. I still say, if you're talking about an entire year, this deals more with your approach to situations more than there's no way a whole year can be tragic. It's what you make of it. Let's see. Sorry. Valerie, any messages for me today? Today, anything's possible. Wheel of Fortune. It can go good. It can go bad. You can lose all your money or win the lottery. Today is just a game of chance. So kind of, Valerie, just today, go with the flow. Make good decisions. Diana, any messages for me? Let's see. you need to take a little bit of a rest. It doesn't necessarily mean a physical rest, like you need a nap. Could be, but it can also mean if you've been going really hard at a project or thinking about something or obsessing over it to the point that your brain needs some downtime in order to filter your thoughts and really make the right choice or the right decision. So give your brain some downtime. And if it is a nap and you're not getting enough sleep, go take a nap. One way or another, you need some downtime. Melinda Faltz. Will things get better for me in 2024? I took a better job, but a big pay cut, so I'm struggling financially a little bit. Okay. Now, we all have different priorities, so I'm be interested. You say you took a better job with a big pay cut. So how do you define a better job? Is it just something you love versus something you hated? Or we were just watching a Gary Vee video talking about he knows people who are making whatever 47,000 a year who are extremely happy because they have time to play video games and watch Netflix and do whatever, and still, they find the happiness in their life versus a millionaire who goes home to an empty house. So let's see. Will things get better for Melinda in 2024? Nine of Pentacles. This is a woman in control of her own shit. So it's a positive card. It would lean towards yes. It also leans toward it's totally in your hands. The ball's in your court. So you switch to a new job, but you're taking a pay cut. Are you going to do a side gig? Are you going to really excel at that job so they'll give you more? Are you going to learn what you can there and go to another? It's something about it. It's all up to you. So make a plan. Make a plan for this year. Where do you want to be by the end of the year? Let's see. Bluebell, can I have a card? We have time for about 3 or 4 more. Two of Cups. I think of this more as the Lover's card than the Lover's card. So there's some romance going on, Bluebell, or about to come your way, or you're going to reignite a romance. It can also be a partnership, but I think this deals with love. Why, Lee Cochran? I'm dead. Sorry, made me crack up laughing. What? When I was telling everybody to basically get off the pot, make things happen in your life. Lisa, good morning. Happy Thursday. Checking in for a card for the weekend. What's going to go on this weekend? Oh, here we go again. Wheel of Fortune. Just basically anything's going to happen this weekend. So I'd make a plan. What do you want to happen this weekend? Because right now it's all up in the air. So I think this might be a little hint to if there's something you're really wanting to do, say it now. Tell the people in your life, we're going to do this weekend. Because right now it's just Wheel of Fortune. Everything's going to spin. You don't know if you're going to land on $5,000 or a trip to Bermuda or bankrupt. Let's see. Hey, Magic Flies. Radiance Worldwide. Diana. Let's see. Audrey. Will I get the house I have my eye on? It's Knight of Cups. Cups are about emotions, things on the edge of things happening. I'm going to have to pull another card to ask about that. It's future planning. Gee, this is not answering this question. Go with your gut. Weird. Okay. This This deals with planning and your instincts, and that's not really about what's going to happen with a bank or a realtor or something. So to me, that would mean if you're really wanting this house, do something that goes out of your way, whether it could be one, a letter to the owner of the house telling them how much you picture yourself there and how much you love the house. Or it can even be spell work. It can be doing some spell work for success or for money. Um, there's something behind the scenes that you have to be putting of yourself into it to make it happen. Let's see. Radiance, when I enroll back into school, how will it go? Well, you're going to be juggling things. I mean, it won't be easy at first, but you just have to hang in there and make some sort of new pattern, because at first it might be a little bit overwhelming, juggling your old life with a new life. So, but give it time. It takes 6 weeks, they say, to make a new habit. So wait till after the 6 weeks to freak out. Debbie Ross. My mother displaced her ring in house and we couldn't find it. Couldn't find it or can't find it? Well, let's see. I don't know. Cards are not always the thing to turn to for. Which basically, when you lose something, you need to turn to psychometry to use that. 3 of Pentacles. It's somewhere that's right in your face. When you find it, it will be so obvious as to where it is. So I don't think it's anywhere tucked under cushions or under a couch. It's like somewhere hiding in plain sight. Brandy wants a card. After this, I've got time for 2 more. 3 of Wands. Brandy, it's time to make some sort of action. Do some planning for this year. What are you going to do with this year? What are you going to make happen? This card basically says, don't let it just unfold in front of your eyes. You make it unfold. Make an itinerary. What's going to happen this year? And then make it happen. Okay, I'm going to spin because I'm going to do 2 more. We're already a little bit over time. I'm going to spin it and see which 2 last questions I land on. Eddie, good. I'm glad I spun because you were in the chat first thing before everyone. General card for my financial future. Weird. Moon card. Meaning it's unclear. There's some things you're not considering. The moon card is about things that are hidden from you, things you can't see in the night. It's almost like a porch light. I tell people like a porch light, like the Hermit card, where you have to take one day at a time. But as far as finances and financial future, this would deal with you may have some expenses coming up that you're not expecting. So start to do a little nest egg to just tackle things that you don't expect. There'll be an expense that's unexpected coming. Ashley, I'm leaving for a trip today with my husband and toddler. Can I get a card, please? High Priestess. In relation to your question, there's something that's going to happen on your little trip that you're going to have to trust your instincts on. It's hard to explain. It could be almost anything. It could be like, hey, we're going to stop at this rest stop for a minute or something. You're like, no, my gut tells me we shouldn't go there. There's just something. On this trip, just follow your instincts. Listen to them. If you have a little voice in your head that says, hey, do this, don't do this, whatever, just listen to it. Well, that is all we have time for today. Today is Thursday, so tomorrow is Lady M who will be doing the readings. And don't forget about the advice we talked about. Get out there today and make things happen for yourself. Um, Spell work helps. Light a candle for something you're wanting to happen. Get out there and create things. And then don't forget also go over to Aroma G's Botanica. You sponsor this keeps going by shopping on our website. You got to keep these free readings going this way. And then we will see you tomorrow with Lady M, and then I'll be back Monday, and I think Nikki Jean will be back this Wednesday. So until later, bye-bye.